Welcome back everybody, this is always back with another video on the channel. Today I'm going to teach you iMovie. It's gonna be a complete tutorial. I was gonna update my vlog on my vlogging channel and I was gonna use iMovie to edit that vlog. If you have an Apple computer, MacBook Pros or iMac or Mac Pro, and you're just starting out with your vlogging stuff, then iMovie is a great software to edit your vlogs. There's a lot of softwares out there which are paid and they don't really give you a functionality compared to the iMovie, and it's free if you have a Mac computer. I'm gonna be showing you everything that you need to know to be able to create vlogs. I'll post a link to a video which I actually edited using iMovie, and it's like a cinematic video of Melbourne City. If you're interested in that, check out that video first and then come back to this video. Okay, so the way you download iMovie is by going to App Store and search for iMovie. Once you search for iMovie, you will come to this page. Let me take you there. So here I'm on home page for App Store, search for iMovie, and then there you go. This is the one. I've already downloaded and installed it. If you haven't, then you need to click here. So when you start iMovie for the first time, this is what you see. Welcome to iMovie. It'll tell you what's new in the iMovie. So I'm gonna click on continue. And I'm in the project section. To create a new project, click on create new. You get to choose trailer or movie. We're gonna choose movie. That's the interface for iMovie. We have my media, audio, title, background, and transitions. So here we have some editing tools. This is where you see the video playback when you import media to your iMovie project. I've got this project name as my movie. Let's import some media. I'm gonna be editing my vlog in this video, so I'm just gonna import all the media at once. So click on import media. You'll get to see this explorer. So I'm gonna import media from SSD. So I'm gonna press command up arrow to go up. So I'm gonna click here and then I'm going to import all the media. The start, so I'm gonna move all the way down. Press shift. Click here to select all the media files, click on import selected, and now it's going to import all the media. It's actually going to copy that media and then put that media into your project library itself. So I'm going to take you to Finder and let me show you where this media gets copied. So we go to movies, right click, show content, and then we click on this my movie original media, and this is where it's been copied from your SSD. So every project copies all the media into this folder and then you can edit from there. So first of all, what I like to do is I like to cut the videos into smaller pieces before I bring them into timeline. So the way you do it, so if I click on this one and then you see the playback right in your viewing area here. So I'm gonna use some shortcut keys. iMovie gives you a lot of shortcut keys which are really helpful. So what I like to do is I like to bring from here to almost when this thing goes up, like up to here. So what I do is I can mark in and out, and then right click and then import that into timeline. So what I do is press I to mark in, press spacebar to playback, and then once it goes up to here, then I'm gonna press O from the keyboard and then click on this plus button. That will say add selection to movie. Click here and you will see that is being added into my timeline. Okay, so that's the only clip that I need. I don't like to bring all the media into timeline and then edit here. So you can see how great this software is. These functionality is not usually available in the professional level software as well. And being iMovie, it's free, it is really great. So I've used pretty much DaVinci Resolve, Premiere Pro, Final Cut Pro, and other software as well. But if you're just a beginner, iMovie is a great option to start with. So I'm gonna bring another clip here. So press I, let it go, O, and I'm going to click on this plus button and it will automatically place that here. Then I will show you some of the other options before we edit on the timeline. So I'm gonna click on titles and I would like to add a title. So this is a nice title here, or probably we can find this one. Okay, so I can scroll to the right and then double click on the title. That will activate this, and I will change the text from here by double clicking on the text. So I'll say Boxing Day Sale Vlog. Okay, and then let's just click here. Just before we go to other options, I'm going to show you some of the timeline options here. Here you see this scroll, so you can scroll to zoom in, zoom out on the timeline. So I just like to keep it up to here, and then I can just use my mouse wheel to scroll horizontally. Okay, so if you are using Mac trackpad, then it's easy, just swipe and then you will be able to scroll down. Now we've got this here. So for example, if we want to cut the clip up to here or reduce the length of this, all you gotta do is select it and then take your cursor right here and then move it wherever you want it, and you can see the duration that you are actually cutting into. So I want to keep this to 220 seconds. Okay, and let's go here. That's nice. Now next I'm going to bring some more media. So here you got all the titles that you can use. For example, this one at the end of your video, if you want to give credits to somebody, you have some title like that. There's a lot of titles available that you can choose from. Let's go back to my media, and then I would like to have something like this. Okay, so I would like to create some breakpoints here, so I'll do like that. Okay, let's add some more media. So I'm just gonna cut down this video because I don't want you to see me same thing doing over and over. So I'm gonna click on this plus button and that's it. Now let's just say that I've got this here. Okay, let me just expand this, and you can see that I can actually expand this and it will actually expand this media automatically. So I'm gonna just click here. Okay, and I would like to add this as a picture instead of movie. So what I'll do, I'll leave my pointer here and go to modify and click on add freeze frame, and there you go, we got add freeze frame here. So I'm gonna get rid of this media and this media as well, because I'd like to just show this effect for like 0.5 seconds there. Then I need something like this, and I would like to add that. No, I can't do that, so I'm gonna have to add this as well to the timeline. So let's breakpoint here, and that's it. So I'm going to add this on a timeline. Now I'm gonna use this freeze for this one. So let's just do modify, add freeze. So I've got this here, and then I'm gonna add this one. So I'm gonna use the shortcut key now. So Option F, scroll there, and then you got third bread coming in, and Option F. I'm gonna get rid of the other media. Now, one more thing that I had to do here is I'm just gonna leave these as another, cut, because the problem that I face is I wasn't able to, cut that down. So what we can do here is press Command B to cut this, and then Command B to cut this as well, and then Command B to cut this. Then I'm gonna get rid of some of the media here. Command B. Let's get rid of this one. I've got one shot, and then I'm gonna have this short there, and then get rid of this one, and then the first spread is already there. I'm gonna cut this with the Command B, and then get rid of this one. So now I've got something like this. I'm gonna play it back for you. There you go. So I've got this kind of effect going on that I'm putting like breads. Then we bring some more media. Okay, so let me finish off how you cut down things in the timeline, then we'll move to these options. I'm gonna do all my editing. Once I'm done, then I will show you the next option that I do. Okay, so I'm gonna cut down all the media. So just to give overview, so you can mark in and mark out right in your My Media section, or you can do a mark in, mark out as well. For example, if I bring the whole clip here, and I would like to do a playback there, so I'm gonna click here, press spacebar to play, and I would like to cut this area. So I'll press O, and it will automatically start from the beginning of the clip that I'm using right now. I'll simply press delete button, and that will be gone. Then I will do I, mark in, and then now few shortcuts that I show you right now. So on my keyboard, J, K, L, and I, and O. These are the great keys that you're gonna be using a lot. So what I will do is mark in, O will mark out, and then you can press delete to get rid of that media. Then just for playback, it's very time consuming to click on this play button and press space bar. It takes a lot of time. So what you do is you press K to stop, L to play, and J to rewind. Okay, now let's just say sometimes you want to fast forward things. You want to play the media faster, so you could see things quickly and then get rid of what you don't need. So I'm just gonna press L twice, and it's just gonna move my pointer to 2x or 4x. So I'm gonna press L1, second time, third time. Now it's faster. So what I need to do is I need to go up here and then press O and press delete, and my clip is gone. Here I will see.
Good morning, everybody.
Okay, that's the clip that I need. I click here, press I, and then I will do probably O, and then cut this part so I have a separate clip, or I could use this Command B to split. So if I go to edit menu, you have some options here. I'm gonna go to modify actually, and here we have a Command B to split the clip. We talk about other options as well, like slow motion, fast motion. I'll get back to these options. Now I've got this media here, then I need to pretty much go here when I start speaking, press O, and then get rid of this one as well. So let me do a playback.
Everybody. Okay everybody, आज 26 दिसंबर है और ऑस्ट्रेलिया की biggest sale जो है वो आज के दिन है.
Okay, so this is the clip that I need. I'll select the clip and I press Command B, and that's it. I know that's the clip I want. Now to use this scroll bar, it's okay, but I like to keep my hands on the keyboard so I could edit faster. For that, you can press Command minus and Command press to zoom in and zoom out. A couple of shortcut keys that I would like to show you is, for example, here's my pointer on a timeline. If I want to go to the start of this media, I can press this semicolon, and then I can press this single quote to go to the end, and semicolon to go to the start. It's really handy. Another option, let's just say that you want to crop this image. I've got somebody in the video which I don't want, so what I can do is select the clip, click on this option, cropping, and then you will see some options here. So here I'm at fit right now, so I'm going to say crop to fill. Click on that and you will have to click here and then hold the mouse button down and drag. Then I can let it go and then I can click in the middle and move this here. Okay, now that's how I actually got that part of the video, out of my shot. So click on this tick mark and that will be applied. So now let's play back this one.
Good morning, everybody.
So there you go. So I was able to crop. So this is like a cropping option. I'll talk about this keybind. This is great and it's very easy to use as well. It just zooms into your video, zooms out. It's really great. The option I want to show you now is how to zoom into the object. So here is a clip that I would like to zoom into this pipe. So what I can do is select this one and click on this crop and click on can burn. So I'm gonna click on this end and it's gonna highlight this one. Then I can just drag and then move it down here. So what it's gonna do, and also I'm gonna mute this, go to the audio, and it's very simple. All you gotta do is just click on this button to mute the clip. So here, if I play this, now you can see it's zooming in. All right, so I've done bringing all my clips to the timeline. Now I would like to show you some of the options quickly, what iMovie provides. So we talked about media, how we can import media into our project. I've shown you how to add titles. These are the titles available. One more thing that if you want to do is, add an overlay title, then you can do this. So I'm gonna use this focus lower third. I'm gonna drag that, not here, but I'm gonna force it right on the top of the clip that I wanna add. So once I do that, it's gonna place as an overlay for your video, and I can type some text here and that will be presented here. So I'm just gonna play it. As you can see, it's an overlay now, but I don't need that, so I'm just gonna delete it. So there's two ways. You can add the full text like this, okay, or you can add text as an overlay. Now we got some backgrounds. So here we got some gray, tan that you can add directly the color, or you can add some sort of like a background for your video. It's just like when you use a green screen that you want to add a background for your green screen, you can use these colors as well. Now the cool part about these backgrounds, they have some maps available. So here, for example, you want to add some sort of map and you want to navigate to. So I'm going to just, double click on it. It's going to open up this option bar and I can select the route. So let's just say I want to go from San Francisco to Melbourne. So search for Melbourne, Australia, and now I'll click on this style and I select this zoom in. Okay, now if I just put my playhead here and run it, as you can see, that kind of effect that it creates. So a lot of videos that you find how they create this effect, iMovie has that built in, so you can use these maps and point out the destination or starting point for your location. Okay, so I'm just gonna double click and let's just do zoom out. Now it's a bit like this. Yeah, it's a cool effect that you can achieve with iMovie. I'm going to delete that. We got some transitions here, so you can add a transition between two clips. When you cut the clips pressing Command B, or going to modify and click on split clip, you can add some transitions. For example, here's a transition, so close circle. So the way you add a transition using iMovie is just click on that and drag in the middle of these two clips, and you will see the icon change now. So here, if I play this clip, and you can see the effect, the circle effect happened. So you can do that as well. So I'm gonna just select that and press delete. It's just gonna delete that. So iMovie got pretty decent amount of transitions available for you guys to use. They're really great. Now we covered pretty much all the things on the left side of the iMovie. Now let's talk about these are the cool options that are available. Okay, so I'm gonna take you guys to the starting of my video. So let's just scroll all the way to the start. Now here, I would like to do some color grading. So for example, this clip is really nice. So what I like to do is I want to go to this tab, and here we have auto. It will do some stuff, and then it will say automatically improve video quality. We have a match color. So match color basically will give you some sort of like scheme to a frame that you want to match. For example, I have this yellowish color. As you can see, if I click on this is like a color picker, and then I can click on, let's just say, white color. That will make my color match to this one, or I can do some sort of like a yellowish. As you can see, the color changed. I don't really find a use for this, but it's there for you to use. I'm just gonna cancel out by clicking on this cross button. Now we got a white balance that we can, choose. So it says select a color on a video frame using the eyedropper. So when I move my cursor to the video, it gives me this eyedropper. So I can select one of the color here, for example, this pinkish color. That will set my white balance according to this pick point. Okay, I'm gonna cancel that out as well. Now we got some skin tone. If you have like a people there in the video, you can select the skin tone and they will match the color according to the skin tone as well. Okay, next one is properly a tab for adjusting your colors. For example, here you got some brightness changing. This is the contrast that you can change. So you can play around with this if you want to change your color. And there's a button called reset if you want to reset that. There's a color to change as well. Not a lot of options available here, guys, but as a free software, it still gives you lots and lots of things. We already talked about crop, that you can crop, or you can do Ken Burns as well. It's a very simple option here, stabilize the video. For example, if I would like to probably find a clip which needs to be stabilized, I'm going to select this, go to the audio tab and mute its audio. Now here, this video could be stabilized, so I can click on that and I can click on this one and say stabilize the video. Here you can define the percentage for that. So if you want to stabilize it to 33% or 53, 55%, whatever the ratio that you want to define here, you can do that, play with it, and you find what is the good point to pick. Okay, now I'm gonna stop that by clicking on it, reset this as well, because I had the camera which was really stabilized, so I don't really need to stabilize the video, and it does take a lot of time to stabilize very shaky video. We talked about audio, so pretty much you can increase or decrease the volume here. Next tab is background noise for your audio. This is the option that I use a lot. So what I do is I will first of all bring the music in to my video, and then I will mute all the clips which are required. So let's do that. Let's go to my media and then click on this button, and I'm gonna find the music. So I press command up arrow to go all the way up to this folder, click on music, and I would like to bring something like a simple feeling. Okay, I've got the music here now, and I'm gonna bring that here. Okay, let me just put it right to the front. So there you go. So I can play the music now. Okay, that's all good. So what I need to do is to mute the clips where I just want to put the music on. So this one no need for a music here. So I can go here and click on this button here, and that will mute that. But you're gonna have to make your workflow very, very fast, because you can't really move the mouse and go all the way here and then mute one clip one by one. It takes a lot of time. So I like to use the shortcut keys. So what do? Select the clip, press Command Shift M, and it will be muted. So there you go, it's muted. So what I do, I need to mute this one as well. Command Shift M, that's all good. Press the single quote button, go to the next one, go to the next one, and here I need to mute all these. Actually not. So what I need to do here is I'll go to the start of this clip and then select this one, and then press Command B here. Not actually here, but I need to adjust my timeline right here. There you go. And then press Command B after selecting audio, and then after that I will have to go all the way here and then press Command B as well. Then select this one and then go to the volume and lower this volume, because I'm talking and I don't want that music to be really loud. That's how I adjust my audio in iMovie. So I've got this clip here, and then I can find a sweet spot of this audio. So I can say probably 20%. Let's give it a shot.
Good morning, everybody.
Okay, the music is too low, so I'm gonna select that, go back to the audio, and I would like to put that to 40%. Okay, that should be alright now.
Good morning, everybody. Okay, everybody,
that's alright. I would still keep that as 45. Okay, that's it. So 45 is the sweet spot for me. You wanna have to find your own. I'll select all three and go to this tab and click on reduce background noise, and I will leave that as 50%. Okay, then
good morning, everybody.
It will clean the audio and it will remove the background noise if I have any. Okay, so here is the clip that I would like to mute all of these up till I get to pretty much all of these clips need no audio. So I'll press Command Shift M, all muted. Then this one as well. Then I need to save this one. So let's just select here. Okay, Command B, and then put that here, Command B, and then I'm going to go to the low volume and then put that as 45%, similar to the previous one I did. Okay, all good. Then all of these clips are going to be muted. So I'm just giving you like the proper workflow that I use. So this is, you can adjust your volume and then reduce the volume of other clips that you probably want on a specific time. Now, a couple more things before we wrap up with other options. So what you need to do to go to slow down your video is going to this speed, and then here you got some options. You can select the speed, slow, fast, freeze, frame, or custom. So I can select this as slow. Okay, now this is going to be now 50% slow. So I can play this for you. Okay, now if you want to slow down your video, then you need to make sure that you shoot your video at 60 frames per second at least, so you could be able to, you know, slow down this video. So as you can see, I can slow down this one as well. So this is like a nice clip that I would like to slow down 50%. So what I do, I select by holding Shift key all of them, and then go to the speed and just slow down by 50%. So these clips are 50%. Sorry, 60 frames per second. So I'm going to select these and mute these as well, so I don't want to hear anything. So there you go. So because I shoot my video in a 60 frame per second, now it's really nice slow-mo video that you can create. Okay, so I'll probably slow down other videos as well, 50%, because that's gonna be really smooth. So you can do slow, fast by 2x. I'm gonna select probably this one, this clip, just to show you guys. So you can do fast by 2x, 4x, 8x, or 20x as well. The cool option here, which I like, is reverse. So you can reverse your clip if you want to by just checking this checkbox. It's really handy. So there you go. Okay, we got some clip filters and audio filters as well. So for clip filters, let's just say that you would like to create this movie as, you know, Bollywood style color scheme. So I'm gonna select these ones and I'm going to mute these clips, and I'm gonna mute this one as well. Now for these clips, I'm going to select all of them and then select something like this. There you go. So you see the color scheme now has changed. We got vintage, blockbuster, heat wave, blue, and iMovie gives you lots and lots of color filters as well, because I mean, as a free software, it's a lot, and I mean, it's great. Okay, so you got some color filters, you have some audio filters as well, which you can use. So for example, you're gonna make your audio look like telephonic or software radio or cathedral or pitch 4. So give them a shot. They're really good audio filters available there as well. This button basically will show you some information about your selected clip. It'll show you the date it was shot and the duration it has. Okay, very simple. Now let's just say we done all of our cutting and everything is all good. How do you export the video from here? So here is a button. You click on that. You would like to share this video, export it and upload it to YouTube. You can click on a YouTube and then it will ask you some settings for the YouTube. For example, here we can select 720p or 1080p video. I'm gonna select 1080p. You can select if it's gonna be public, unlisted, or public or private, sorry. So you can select public and then you click on sign in button. It will take you to the YouTube page where you put your credential and it will automatically upload to your YouTube channel. Another option that I use is just exporting this as a file. So I click on a file and then give a description, a tag, and then select audio and video format. So if you just select audio only, it will only select audio and export it. But I'm gonna select video and audio, and then here you got some resolution to select. So always export 1080p. For these kind of vlogs, I don't like to export 60 frames per second. It's there because my video was shot on 60 frames per second. Quality, there's a huge difference in the file size if you export as high quality versus best ProRes. So let's select ProRes and you can see the expected size of the file would be 12 gigabyte, and that's a huge difference between just having a high quality. So that's 845 megabytes. As you can see, it's really a big difference. Compression quality, I'll always select a better quality because it does not really make any difference with the size, but it takes a bit of more time to actually export your video. Well, that's fine with me. And then you click on next and it's gonna start exporting and you will see the performance here, how long to go when your video is ready. You will have to click on next and it will ask you where do you want to save this video. You can select wherever you want to save. So that's how you export the video. I've shown you pretty much everything you need to know about iMovie stuff. There's other things that you can explore. Make sure you go to the modify menu and here you find one more, you might find more options here which probably I haven't covered. One thing that I would like to cover is this flash and freeze frame. So let's just say I would like to do something like this. Okay, let's select this clip and I'm going to go to modify and it's gonna flash and freeze this automatically for me, and I'm gonna play this for you now. So it flash, it freezes, and then it continues. Okay, that's a cool effect that you can achieve. Another one that I will show you here would be reverse. So here we have some rewind that you can do, like 2x rewind, and then now if I play the clip, it's gonna automatically rewind that. So there you go, it rewind and then it just played back. So look, there's cool little options that you find in these menus. Most of them we have covered, but always look for the shortcut keys and find out how you can make your workflow faster. I like to keep my hands on the keyboard and not touch mouse as much as I can, but there's still options that I will have to use a mouse. Okay, thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and I've dropped a link of my brother's channel who's doing the vlogs and doing a lot of tech stuff. Check out his channel. His name is Umair aka Mirza, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next video.